One, it's Mr. Ng here with Chapter 6, number 21 out of Giancoli. This one is going to look a lot like what you might see on the AP exam. It's got no numbers, and it's a little tricky, so let's walk through it. If the speed of a car is increased by 50%, by what factor is its minimum braking distance to be increased? Assuming that all else is the same, ignore the driver's reaction time. All right, this is kind of funky. There's a lot of stuff going on actually. So here, this has speed, so we're thinking 1/2 mv squared, right? But then braking distance, we're talking about the work being force times distance. And in many ways, we can set them equal to each other. We can talk about kinetic energy, the change in kinetic energy being work. So that's pretty copacetic. But I think the goofy part is the fact that there are no numbers to work with, and all we have is this 50% faster. So I'm going to set it up like this. We got the old kinetic energy, old Ke. Oh, that doesn't look all physics. In physics, for some reason, they like subscripts. So Ke old, there you go, physics, is equal to 1/2 mv squared. And then the new kinetic energy is going to equal to 1/2 m. And this time I'm going to do 1.5 v. 1.5 because it's 150 times faster, right? Increased by 50%, not 50%, that's slower, right? 1.5, right? V squared. Good. So now let's just reduce this or make this into an actual thing. This is 1/2 m. 1.5 squared is 2.25 v squared. This is equal to 2.25 times 1/2 mv squared. See that? Oops. Look at that. Right? This thing and that thing are the same things. Does that make sense? Right? This thing and this thing are the same things. So I could really say that Ke new, the new kinetic energy, is 2.25 times bigger than the Ke old. That's pretty easy. That means it goes up by 2.25%. Now, knowing that work is equal to force times distance, considering that all things stay the same, meaning all these things stay the same, that means work old is equal to F times distance. That means the new work with the same force needs to be 2.25 farther, right? So the answer is 2.25 because, well, I just square rooted 1.5. Not square rooted, squared 1.5. Good. Thanks for watching, and I'm really grateful that you worked so hard. Thank you.